Hey. When I hear them horns, it's something different. Something different. I want to welcome you to the Corner Convo, episode 49. It gets better every time, you heard? Let me let you know where you're at.
A corner, like thousands of others across the country. It's the place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change.
Funk is in the bag, and the bag is the bass, and the bass never change. It's a groove. As soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
Hello, it's your boy AMON. This is how I feel. I will be your host for the evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you at in the world. Let's go.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Next up, we got the Rookie of the Year. It won't be long.
Sometimes you got to do certain shit. It's just enough
Hey, B, what up?
know that you know I go where I need to go to get it done. If you push my button, there's no telling what I may do. Stab you, choke you, bite you. I mean, whatever it takes to make a motherfucker stop existing, I would do that.
I will do that. And next up, we got to go here. Okay. We have a live in studio audience, so fuck it, let's go.
I'm an African genius. So now you will refer to me as I'm an African genius. So now I'm an African genius. So now you will refer to me as the African genius. I'm an African genius. I'm an African genius. So now.
All right, man, enough of that shit. What the fuck is going on, man?
All of the things, my brother, all of the things. Summertime Chicago has officially begun. It's about to be a motherfucking movie. Oh, you wasn't asking me?
It's a beautiful
talk
day
to
in the
go ahead. Go ahead. Get shit off, man.
I mean, you look like you're a little salty about that.
No. I'm happy that you're happy, brother. Let's start there.
He walked through the studio feeling good, though.
He did.
Pause.
He did.
Nigga, I look good. I smell good. What James Brown say in that interview?
I forgot. He says a lot of things.
I look good. I smell good. I can't remember the rest of the line. God damn it.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, the week was tremendous, bro. Like I said, my son's birthday was Wednesday.
I didn't even ask.
It's okay though.
I didn't
jump the gun, bro.
Okay, go ahead. How was your?
It's 70 degrees outside, dog. Everybody doing shit they've been waiting to do for a year and a half. At 70 degrees.
And
you know
they
what I'm
doing it hard too.
After the hot 40 we had yesterday, the low 40 we had yesterday, bro. But my son had part 2 of his birthday party, you know what I'm saying, yesterday at my parents' house, man. And nobody there was under 40. But I swear to God, we felt like kids. We put out all 2,000 Nerf guns, 2 million Nerf bullets, and get to run around the suburbs, Joe, like we was in Guantanamo Bay and some shit, bro. It was fucking, it was fun as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I could imagine watching your 6'9" ass with your 6'9" cousins and brothers running around with motherfucking Nerf guns.
Nerf gun here, Nerf gun in my back, Joe. Just let people have it.
Oh, y'all gotta show me them pictures.
I feel like Brazil, the dog. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom! Stop playing with my boys, man. Stop playing with my people, man. Stop playing with my people.
How about you, sir? How was your week?
You know what? I don't even remember my week. I'm just here. Sorry.
Damn.
That's dry.
Worked you like that?
No. It's I don't.
So you don't remember hanging out with your mom and pops at Haven's crib and having just a great
We did do that
conversation?
again. We did that again.
We did that last night.
Okay. All right. Well, carry on. You know, you were there.
What is wrong with you today, man? Are you upset because I said we on the time schedule today? Like you guys
No, we're good. We're good.
Hey, man.
We're good.
Man.
We're good.
All right, man.
We're good.
We on one today, bro. Huh?
Right, yeah.
Did I make you red? Are you red yet?
It's gonna be the first fight on the corner, John.
Fuck it. You know,
Definitely go grab his
bruh. You do know where I'm from, right?
Yeah, fucking Logan Square, some weird non-gangster shit like that, nigga. Like somewhere nobody gangster comes from. Oh shit.
Yeah. Right, you ran right into that one. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
How was your week, man? Tell me about it. What I miss?
Nigga, I do all the things all the time. You already know what it is. Let's get to the shit.
All the things,
all the time. I like that. Put that on the shirt.
There you go, man. Speaking of shirts, our boy Dante, you know, came through with the plug a little bit. We see the Zulu Nation, man.
Shout out to Dante.
He fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? So we fuck with him.
That's real dope.
Yeah, shout out to Dante. We are placing an order, so be ready.
Yep.
Let's start here. Do y'all even care about this Rory Mal shit?
Nope.
Nah.
You don't?
I mean, look, them rich people problems, bro.
I know that's like a podcast topic because they're like a popular podcast, but like I really don't give a shit. I will say this: Rory and Mal, do your shit. Y'all got your own lane. I saw the commercial or whatever they did.
That shit was dope.
That shit's dope, man. So I'm happy to see them brothers do their thing, man. But other than that, give a fuck.
They did take our idea though.
Which
The
one?
logo.
Yeah, that's fine.
We had that a long time
That's
ago.
fine.
Y'all not original, fam. We brainstorm over here. For real, for real.
Yeah, credit goes to who does it first.
Fuck it. We gonna change that up. Still use my shit.
Just so people know that actually do care about that
Chubby
shit.
ass arm gonna knock my wine over.
I'm in the gym, man. Fuck you want me to do? All right, say something.
my-
Say something with
Fuck it.
this extra medium shirt you got on.
Shout out to my stylist, yo. This is all assisted by Christine from Black Girl Project. She's a dope sister. She's developing a nonprofit over on Kedzie, man. She took me to the mall, showed me how to pick out clothes that fit me. I found out I'm a 29, which is terribly embarrassing to accept. I legit, bro. I put on the 30. I put on the 30. I was like, no, I'm a 30. You know, yeah, I'm a 30. She was like, you're not a 30. I was like, what am I? She was like, could you get him to 29 slim? Wow. I was like, man, these ain't gonna fit. He's gonna look weird. Well, I came out the thing. I was like, fuck, nigga, I'm a 29, Joe. That is a hard thing for a 40-year-old grown ass man to accept.
You're not a real human being.
But you know what they say about skinny niggas?
I don't know.
Yeah, you shouldn't actually.
Thank you.
Hey, so
pause.
So profits are that up, huh?
Profits are definitely up. Niggas got stylists now.
Hey, I got a stylist, bro. No bullshit, Joe. It was a great experience, man.
That's what's up. So just to add some clarity to the whole Rory Mal thing, it looks like they may be signing with Kevin Durant's media company, which is 35 Ventures. Hasn't been confirmed, but the guy in the video, that is Durant's manager.
Oh, the guy. I wonder. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch it now, man.
Yeah, no, it was funny.
Oh, it was funny, man. It was cool. It's like a little skit, little kind of. They got fired from the thing, and now they got to get a new job. So they was at a job interview, and they was just doing all kind of stupid shit like smoking weed in the job interview. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty.
I gotta check it out. Yeah,
That shit was cool. That shit was cool.
Katie is definitely one of those guys.
I don't know if they have, if they're funny enough to keep my attention. But we'll see.
You know, Rory gonna be doing all the time.
And that's the goal. As long as you're laughing, then that's what matters.
No, absolutely.
Yep.
They got to run their shit totally different than how it was on Joe Budden shit.
Oh, I think they already are.
Yeah, they got to.
Next up, I've been meaning to talk about this brother, man, and I'm gonna do an early black excellence. I got to give it up to my boy Westbrook, right? Russ, because of let's start with him breaking the long-standing record of triple doubles. Okay.
Yeah.
More importantly, he's the executive producer of the new show coming out, documentary Tulsa's Burning, about Black Wall Street.
About the 100th anniversary.
Yeah, that shit it actually comes out today on History Channel.
Good. I thought I had missed it, bro. Y'all always watching shit, and I'll never get to watch it, man. Y'all be so well informed and articulate on it. I be making shit up on the fly. I caught a break on this one. Good.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. That Tulsa, I did a talk a while back.
Was that a TED Talk?
It was kind of like that, actually, on some real talk. It wasn't through that same organization, but it really was set up like that at the Illinois School of Broadcast over there on State.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it was about this conversation that, like, when we talk about the Black Wall Street era, it's not as difficult to recreate it. It's like people talk about it as if it's like a thing that could never happen again. Like, you can't have another Black Wall Street because they already burned it down.
But then they wonder why we are mad. Like, you burned down a whole. We had our own banks.
You burned down the foundation.
Hospitals.
You burned the foundation down.
Yeah. So there was a show on HBO, I believe, with old girl Tisha Arnold, right?
Yeah.
And she was like on some superhero shit, but it was actually about
what was
Tulsa.
That? We were watching
Tulsa
that.
shit.
That one. It was a long time.
Yeah, it was dope though, and it was a play. What was it?
The power of Google.
No, Google. Yeah, Google that.
Google Jesus and Google that too.
Oh, I forgot to give a shout out to the compound, man. While we're on this world tour, when you have square footage in your home, I just want to tell you that profits are way the fuck up, and I'm just exercising all of our resources.
Man, oh, you're exercising the resources. Okay, right? Because I definitely made the phone call.
I definitely told you to.
You told me to. You told me to. Hey, we're about to have a whole Rory Mal situation on the show today.
I definitely asked. Okay, is that better?
All right. Did you book the guest as well?
No. See, I see where you're going. We're not gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
I screwed some microphones in, y'all.
Okay.
So
they don't screw in.
Okay.
It's not important, bro.
Yeah, they don't screw.
They don't screw into the top of this right here. What are y'all doing?
Anyway, that's weird.
I hate you, motherfucker, man.
So yeah, what do you know? What else do you know about?
Morse?
So no. Just keep Googling and let me know when you find it.
Or don't.
What else do you know about Black Wall Street? What else can you tell people about Black Wall Street and how it was thriving? Did you guys do any research, homework?
Bro, it don't matter the facts or particulars about it. You really ain't got to go into it. You just got to know that there is a space for us again, because it once was a space for us then, where we can have our dollar, the black dollar circulate. You know what I'm saying? Instead of always leaving our community, in our neighborhood, bro. You can do it, but in order to do that, you have to support the bank in Atlanta with Killer Mike and the former mayor. You have to go to these boutiques and pop-ups.
Bossy voice too fucking deep, man. Scaring the shit out the dog.
where you can support the people that maybe bake cakes, you know, and are good at it, or they do the t-shirt designs. You guys, cigar shops, you got to do all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period.
No, I mean,
hold on. What the fuck you laughing at? Hey, chuckling away this motherfucker, man. Is that motherfucking San Pellegrino that motherfucking good?
Right. Right. This nigga had his first taste of Italian soda. He don't know how to act.
He been laughing his ass off, dog.
All right, man. I apologize. No, man. No. It's just, I'll tell you later, man. I'll tell you later.
Cry, bro.
No, the thing about Black Wall Street that in terms of a historical perspective, right? We're just talking about the idea that there was a time when people were like, all right, black people, we want y'all over there. Stay away from us, right? So then black people went over there. And then all of a sudden they started building their own institutions. And they started, you know, graduating college. And they started opening their own business. And they opened their bank. And it was like, oh, shit, wait a minute. We do not want y'all to have all that, right? So, yeah, I think in that case, it's really unfortunate that you have to destroy so much. And when you study American history, they have a specialty. European, like, descendants have a specialty of destroying every other culture that they encounter.
Say, Whitey, shout out to you.
It's really fucked up. But it's like you said about the Killer Mike thing. So I signed up for this shit, right? Like 6 months ago. I still have not gotten my email confirmation that I can fucking bank with them.
Come on, Killer Mike, get it together,
bro. And they good brothers, so I know this is not some shit that I can do. So
they said they didn't expect that wave to be as big as it was, so they were behind on yeah.
I mean, it's got to be hard as fuck to open a bank, bro. I just don't assume like people just do those. But yeah, goddamn it, we finna have Black Wall Street right up in this bitch. We got the real estate executive of the year and Brandy Bell, you know what I'm saying? We got the PhD of motherfucking race and all kind of public policy and shit over there. Mostly, we got black police officer who's gonna be the president of FOP one of these days. I'm clearly a fucking genius of all kind of sorts. And you know,
here come the bullshit. Here come the
bullshit. You come with us, which is great. It's always good to have you around.
He's in his bag. I like it. Let's see here. I want to boss you to touch on this, man. I saw that pause. CPD new foot patrol policy. Can you explain a bit?
Yeah.
What does that actually mean?
What this is? Don't do it.
Don't do
chase nobody, bro. You can have all the constructs, rules, regulations, guidelines in place, bro. But if the people don't buy into it, it's never gonna happen, bro. Really, after looking into it, I looked into that shit. I meant to send y'all the photographs I took from the department only email. I don't give a fuck about sharing y'all shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
The motherfuckers is leaked and hacked.
God, bro, you are the greatest. Oh my God.
So it tells you before you chase somebody, step one, should I really chase him?
You have to ask yourself. So while he's running away,
should I really chase him? Then while you're chasing him, it says, should I really be chasing him?
Oh, so why you start
going? Yeah.
Who makes this shit up, bro?
I'm putting it in layman's terms, bro.
Okay.
So, for starters, it says anything that's a class A misdemeanor, you can't chase somebody for it. Drinking, pissing. I shouldn't have to tell the police officer that. Why would you chase a motherfucker for drinking and pissing in the park for a parking violation, bro? But guess what? Officer Thirsty and his boys.
Tackleberry and them.
Officer McCowboy. They do all that shit, bro. Yeah. All that shit, man, you know, and we don't take people to jail for weed no more. You gotta have a lot of weed.
Oh yeah, because it's legal, right? It's like $250 a ticket if you got more than an ounce or something.
I'd be like,
right, that's whack.
Yeah, no, you know what? Moving on, bro.
But, hey, man,
go ahead, smoke this. I'm going away.
Okay.
But say don't chase nobody, bro. Don't chase nobody. Use your brain. If I can catch this person by just calling for Amon, McKenday, Brandy, Mosey, bro, to form a box of perimeter so he can't run nowhere, do that. If you can't do that, don't chase him.
Hey man, let that nigga go. We'll catch him again. He'll do something again.
He'll do something again. That is racist.
He's not lying though.
That was real shit. Is that
racist?
How's that racist?
He's not lying.
You racist. I'm racist.
Exactly.
I'm racist.
Live in studio. Fuck you in.
Hey man, I have deep traumas about police, man.
Hey, put a long story short, it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
It's absolutely stupid, man. And you know, a cat like me, 17 years on the job, bro. If I see you running, I'm just gonna be like, damn, he fast.
Right.
Fast.
You know what's funny is when you first sent that, I thought hadn't read it all the way. I thought it was foot patrol, meaning like instead of patrolling the neighborhood in your car, that officers are gonna have to
boots
patrol
on the ground.
foot.
No.
Because, but think about that though, man. What kind of impact would that have on communities if you have to walk up and down the beat and actually say hello to people all day long? Like, would you not get more of a connection with the community that you are interacting with from riding around in a car to just peering at motherfuckers, right? Versus getting up, walking down the street and crossing them.
I see what you're saying, but once again, it's about the people. If they receive it that way, fine. But somebody could look at it and say, "Oh, why they got trees like we in an institution? We the war, they the warden that walk up and down the goddamn block."
But I feel like now it's so easy because it's completely disconnected. It's definitely that now because just riding around in circles in a car, no conversation unless there's a negative interaction, right? Versus up and down the block. Hey, how you doing, Ms. Johnson? Good, nice to see your bushes today. You know what I'm talking about? Right. Like, I feel like that's why the perception is like that, in my opinion, that there is no connection personally unless it's a fucking conflict type of situation.
You know what? And I agree with you on that. Absolutely. That's why you got a cat like me. Every time I see a brother come through 14, for some reason they put all the black people with me.
Why not?
I don't know, bro. What you mean? Why not?
I mean,
I'm not trying to answer 1,000 questions because you're brand new every night. Every night.
You are my FTO. Fuck you mean?
I didn't say.
What is an FTO?
Field training officer.
Dog,
I forgot you used to impersonate.
I do got 4 brothers.
You gotta relax.
It's 4 brothers and 14 now, though, bro. They all taller than me. I'm definitely teaching them how to move.
Yeah.
If you're tall and black, you're a fucking target on the job. If they putting you on tack, they trying to. I ain't finna say buck breaking none of that shit, but they making a point to use you as an example when something go wrong. You see this, you see that, boom, 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 boom. I'm teaching these motherfuckers how to move under the radar, and they appreciate it. That's what's up.
I gotta yeah, definitely the bad ones. The bad ones, you know what I mean? Is Stephen A. petty or no?
He tried. It didn't work well though.
So for those who don't know, obviously my boy Kwame for president 2024.
We talking about this shit again?
I'm talking about now Stephen A. Stephen A. said, "I apologize, I have nothing to say." Then he goes on his show and does a whole blooper reel on fucking Kwame.
And all of
that's funny.
The former players was like, "Nah, you trash people.
Yeah,
trash. Kenyon Martin, Brandon Haywood. It was all nah, fam. He tried. You missed."
I would now. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. I would just shorten this one up. Kwame, go whoop his ass, bro. Just go smack the shit out of Stephen A. Number one, I'm being 100. I don't know Stephen A, but I know it's a bunch of people that want to smack that dude, right? Yes. Like just 100. When I turn on his show sometimes in the morning, just have background radio ESPN. Show? No, the Just First Take or whatever, whichever one.
No, he got a radio show too though.
The nigga be screaming so loud. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't need you to scream at me and tell me the score was 99-78. Michael, it's 90. Like, nigga, why are you yelling, bro? So, but he's an absolute character of sorts. So yeah, Kwame, just go smack the shit out of him. I promise you, if you smack the shit out of him, one, he ain't gonna do shit back, but cry about it and maybe sue you. But the end of the day, everybody's gonna be like, "Yep, that's exactly what he deserved." Yeah, that's corny, man. You gonna do why you so focused on this man like that?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
It has been for years though. What's the problem?
Kwame told him you're a fake ass Q. You know what I mean?
He's a Q? I didn't know that.
Honorary. No, he didn't. He wasn't on
honorary. That's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Ain't your boy honorary Q?
Who?
Black Jesus, aka Juanita ex-husband.
I don't know.
AKA Mac Player 123.
I just wear shoes.
I think he was a Sigma though, wasn't he?
No, I think it was Q.
He definitely Q. He definitely Q. Could have been honorary. I don't know. Kids fuck. I ain't with that last year.
Shout out to the real Greeks.
Hey, shout out to the real Greek.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? We in the building. Do y'all think when Jeff Bezos stepped down from Amazon?
I didn't even know until this morning.
Do you think there's a scandal coming? Because typically you don't step down in a position like that. There's something coming. And I'm asking, do you guys think that
look at the shit again.
Oh, he's several B's.
Yeah, I just want to know.
Several B's. I think it's odd. Why are you stepping down? What are you about to do? Why? What's the reason to step down?
Joe, it could be 1,000 reasons, man. I mean, the only thing I can see now is maybe your wife the wife that you divorced or whatever left, whatever happened, she got some dirt on you, she put it out there, But other than that, I haven't given this rich person problem, this super rich person problem.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say the same shit.
All right. I get it.
Like, we are talking about the first of first world problems here, dog. We are talking about, like, yeah, absolutely, man. I think most of you said it this morning. He was like, man, Joe, this mod is like, fuck it. I don't want to work no more. I could just go and be done. You know what I mean? Yeah, $187 billion, dog. Like,
you, buddy.
187?
You need more problems.
You need more problems,
dude.
Hey, I'm down for 187 if it's gonna call.
Hey, man,
give me up 187 billion. Fuck you mean? Why do you step down?
You don't have nothing to be concerned about, no matter what.
Okay, fair enough. Do you order from Amazon?
Hell yeah, all the time.
All the time, right?
Yeah, I'm finna order
You don't?
right now.
I just started ordering food online, bro. I just started placing orders online, dog, for real.
Oh, he got the greatest phone on earth.
That is an excellent point. It took a second actually for that to register.
My boy's a little slow today. What's going on, man? Catch up, man.
Shut up, man. Go to the next topic.
You ready to get in these Skreetz?
God damn it, I look good. Smell good.
Hey, our NBA fans.
That's what he said.
What? Oh, you got it. I want to know it. You gonna save it?
It's one of those things you're not supposed to say on the mic.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Somebody got lucky, all right?
Yep. Our NBA fans out of control right now.
They've been out of control, bro.
What do? You throw popcorn and drinks and beer on a whole player?
I really think that instead of just getting banned from games or getting your season pass revoked, the lifetime pass revoked from these stadiums, you need criminal charges, man. No way you spit on somebody. No way you throw popcorn on somebody. And I wish Russ would have gotten them stands.
Yeah.
Man, Ron Artest is the GOAT of all time for that moment. There's never been a greater moment in sports history when it comes to athletes and fans than when that man hopped 17 rows and started stealing on old boy.
Hey, he's the wrong person too.
That was it. Yeah, he definitely did. But
it don't matter.
Point,
everybody
point,
can get it.
You
everybody
guilty by
get
association,
it.
Joe.
Yeah,
probably.
You are just random as hell. Like we're live. We're live. Fuck it.
I tried to get another mic. I knew he was gonna want to be on this shit. I knew he was gonna want to be on this.
I actually do have another mic.
But we don't have another stand. We already went.
Yeah, but he can hold it. If you got another cord, we can pull him in.
Okay, I don't.
Okay.
That's why it kind of fucked me up when Steven Jackson was talking about Kwame, because Steven Jackson went in the stands with Ron Artest.
Nigga.
I had that man on the pedestal for going to the stands and having his boy back. I had to knock him all the way off that shit. Knock him down the peg.
I think the same thing. I think what this should be, they should identify the fan, bring the fan down to the locker room, and let Russell Westbrook smack the shit out of this dude.
Hey,
True justice.
You know, Danny Ainge, Kyrie said something about Boston and racism, right, this week. And Danny Ainge gonna come on the TV and say, no, I've never
heard that. Yeah. Bro, that was crazy. That was when he said it, I was like, what?
Right.
You're in Boston, like the most racist.
You're in Boston and you're telling me you've never heard, in your 40-year career in Boston, you've never heard of racist remarks?
Danny Ainge has said the word nigga.
Bro, Wilbon went off. Wilbon went off. Wilbon went off, bro. He was like, all right, because they asked him a whole different question. Wilbon was like, nah, I ain't talking about none of that. We're going to talk about this horse shit that just came out of Danny Ainge's mouth.
These are facts. And when you go back, when Bill Russell, arguably the greatest winner in the sport, says, yeah, the fans in the town he was winning for, he was winning for, called him the N-word all the time.
Yep.
Dude. And Bob Cousy acknowledged
exactly.
It. And Marcus Smart, now all these years later, say, yeah, it's happening.
That was the other part. Marcus Smart said, yeah, it does happen. It's unfortunate. So, nigga, this is a player that is currently playing for you, and you are saying that you have never heard of this?
That's so goofy, man.
How white are you? I don't know white people that white.
What's the percentage of white people that have said the word nigga?
And I thought Danny Ainge was a good person. A percentage?
100
for sure. I'm with 100.
Yeah. Whether it's with malintent or in a rap song, they've said it.
For sure. White people, you cannot say it. And if you do, just be prepared for what comes with it.
They've enjoyed it too, bro.
Oh, for sure.
It's like freedom.
You know what it is?
No.
When I watch those movies,
when I say nigga around them,
I love that too. And I'm never going to acquiesce to how they feel. Fuck them.
No, I mean, like, these are my friends, though. I'm talking about people that are really good friends of mine.
Cool.
So,
that's cool.
I don't like making them uncomfortable.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. Yeah. But in those movies, those race slave movies,
you're stupid.
I swear to God, they're not acting. When they say, like, it just comes so fluid.
But that calls into question, like, the idea that, like, you write characters in a way that you can, perpetuate certain messages, right? So when you write the character of the black dude who's got to go through all the struggles in life to barely make it to success, and actually at the end of the movie, it's just the beginning. He finally got the job.
Right.
And we don't see the rest of his life, right? Like, so you write that in to perpetuate certain shit. Like, that message comes through. So yeah, I don't care, man. What'd you say? Fuck that shit, Joe. Fuck that shit, Joe.
In Black Excellence, I got to give a shout out to probably the greatest, for me, R&B album of my lifetime.
Off Thriller, Off the Wall.
Nope. I get
TP2.com.
I don't fuck with dude, but great album.
That was the greatest album.
No, man. Jodeci, Forever My Lady, man. 30 years. couple days ago.
Is it 30 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Greatest album of all time.
I said
for him.
For me.
For him, yeah.
It's definitely top 10.
Yeah, oh yeah, top
definitely
10.
top 10.
You said greatest all time.
Diary of a Madman.
Oh, your lifetime. Sorry. Still.
Joe, Diary of a Madman might have been better than Forever My Lady, bro.
Diary of a Madman was definitely better than Forever My Lady.
Bro, that's the
personal
truth.
opinion.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
begging,
baby.
I'm begging, baby. Baby, I'm begging, baby. I'm begging, baby. Baby, I'm begging, baby. I'm begging, baby. Nigga, don't follow me. Stay on your note, nigga. Damn. I'm trying to harmonize. This nigga gonna chase me up the fucking register. Get this nigga.
Sing. See over there.
Not true, nigga.
No.
Fuck all y'all. Oh my God, you did go there.
No, I ain't got it.
Oh, okay, fuck it.
I need a song. I don't know what I was singing.
Before
I
we
was just
started,
saying,
y'all,
man,
Kenny
blues.
did say we like a fucking band up here.
I was telling you, like, you be in this motherfucker, like, we finna record a R&B,
You got the one
Yeah.
thing?
Hey, ladies.
All the perfect days.
Right. Yeah, we want to just make sure all the ladies feel very special
Give it up for the
tonight.
ladies. Get up
So what you when you see the flower on your table, just make sure that you understand that represents your beauty all the time. Yeah, we definitely like. Oh, really?
One
Okay.
time for Donnell Jones.
This
Let's
nigga.
go.
I just left my baby girl a message, so no one be coming home. I'd rather be alone.
It's about me, not you.
She doesn't fully understand me, but said I'd rather leave than to cheat. Give me some time, I could be the man she needs. But there's a lot of lust inside of me. Been together since our teenage years. I really don't mean to hurt her, but I need some time
to be alone. I like how you cut it off. You gonna do it? No, never mind. All right, fuck never mind.
That's funny as hell, man. Oh shit! Oh, I gotta give it up to Howard University for renaming their fine arts department to Chad.
Bro. Come on, man.
Wow, bro,
Because he wanted to go to Howard, man.
Oh,
y'all just gonna open this. Every
bro,
show
you should have went there. I said out the gate, I'm there.
I've been a bison motherfucker.
Hey, shout out to Boom too, man. My god sister Oshun Boomy Kerr. She just got the new position with the cannabis, what is it called? The legalized cannabis license for Chicago. She's I believe she just got hired to be like the head of a group of black owners that want to have black owned dispensaries around the city, because that whole fucking tax credit was built specifically on the basis that black people would have access to that business, and there's still zero fucking black owned dispensaries in the city. There's a good 200 white owned motherfucking dispensaries, for sure, but there's literally not one, and the whole shit on the bill said specifically this amount will be allocated so that black people can have access to this business.
And when it get here, we got to support it.
Yeah, and shout out to you, Boom. Boom been fighting Joe. Boom Boom ain't no joke, bro. I tell you right now, there's a lot of people if I get locked in a room with and they angry, I go against you before I go against Boomy, bro. Like if I have to fight for my life, I'm gonna choose you over her because you
beautiful
do
sister
not
too. Beautiful
want
sister.
that smoke, bro. You do not want that smoke.
She tough. Like I see it. I just what up? You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving.
I was assuming that it was a male.
Nah.
Yeah, you better shoot me, bro. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Right.
She got the strength of 10 oxen, my nigga.
Yeah,
and when she get mad, it multiplies. No, fair skin.
Okay.
Also wrapping up Black Excellence, I have Kristen Clark. She's been a longtime civil rights lawyer. She was just given the position of lead justice of the Civil Rights Division as a lawyer, the head person in charge for civil rights. So shout out to you, Miss Kristen Clark. Keep putting in the work. She's the first black woman to hold that position.
Hey, sisters out here killing it, bro.
Man, they've been killing it. They just finally getting their fucking credit. Yeah, man. I said this shit like in 99. I forget what I was talking to, but I said, listen, people always want to have this conversation about, what would the world be different if women run the world? And I keep telling motherfucker, women been running the world. They just haven't been in the position that people point to. So when you take the picture of somebody who did something great, you're not taking the picture of the 6 women that are behind whoever the fuck that is that's doing all the goddamn work. Like they've been running this shit. It's just now very poignant to say, no, that's the person who's actually doing the fucking work.
So let me hit you with this there, pause. Why do you think now they're finally putting women on the forefront? Is it a strategic move?
Strategic by who? Are we talking about Whitey? Are we talking about the man? I don't.
It's always about Shea Whitey.
They've been running the world, but haven't been getting the credit or the notoriety. Why all of a sudden now? Why does Goldman Anderson put them in the front now?
So here's my example, right? Let's say you have.
I love it. I love it.
Let's say in your C-suite, right? You have all males, right?
Pause.
And then all of their assistants, all of their personal assistants, business assistants are women, right? Those women have been running the company, right? Because they're doing all of the legwork, all of the connections, they're doing a lot of the difficult conversations, patching up shit that you fucked up because you said some stupid shit. You dig what I'm saying? So you do that for 15, 20 years, and then you look up and you're like, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's happening. You have women out here that's been doing this for so long. Like, we don't need you niggas no more. Like, before y'all was here, we got all the juice. Move the fuck around.
Yep.
Move the fuck around.
Yep. Okay. All right. That's what's up. You want to reach out to our guest?
Oh yeah. I'm putting my woodworks, bro. Okay.
While you doing that? Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna give
profits
you that.
Up. Yeah.
What's the? Woo.
It's different out here.
Is that your son's face in there?
Mm-hmm.
This
it's
nigga
different out
here.
It's different out here, man.
That hit my heart right there. God damn. Let me borrow that today. I bet you. I know it's your son. I'm just, it's my nephew and shit. Like, fuck. No, but just for the guest while he's pulling up, obviously we still in mental health awareness month. We said we're not just gonna lock it into the month. We're gonna keep this shit going all year because it's just a real fucking thing, man. And the idea that we have to cut off shit because other people do just doesn't sit well with us. So we got a sister coming on. What's her name?
Dabrene.
And she's
I'm gonna let you read that.
Oh, I'm gonna read it. Okay,
I'll let you do that. I don't want to embarrass
more
myself.
Than fucking 20 words. Yeah,
there you go. You got know yourself.
Know yourself.
Hey, I wish you did the Spanish voiceover. Man, that shit was tremendous, dog.
I got you. Estudiante. Sábado domingo. I think it's clouded. All right. Serious shit, man. We talk about serious shit. No, so Dabrene Brie Goree is a licensed clinical social worker in Illinois and Indiana. She received her master's from Governor State University. She works with children, young adults, individuals, and families using an approach that is tailored to the unique needs of each client. Brie has over 10 years of experience in a variety of settings and with diverse clients, including both long-term and brief interventions. Areas of expertise include trauma-informed care, behavior issues, anxiety and depression, relationship challenges, life stresses, and adjustments. Brie believes that change happens when people are given guidance. They need to draw on their own strengths and realize their potential to live fulfilling, happy lives. Brie provides an environment of compassion and support to help individuals and families overcome obstacles to move forward and thrive. Brie's motto is mental health is not a luxury, but a necessity. When she is not providing services to families, she is spending time with her own. She is a mother of 3 boys. Look, y'all looking at me so hard, I feel the pressure. I didn't write this. She is a mother of 3 boys. It says once of which. It should say one of which. That's what threw me off. One of which has been diagnosed with autism. She maintains her own mental health by spending time with friends and family, exercise, mindfulness, vacationing, shopping, and traveling. And if she's not married, she might get proposed to by the end of this show. But welcome to the show, Brie.
Hi, guys. Hi. Hello. Ladies first. She's so fucking feminine and ladylike. She's such a fucking lady. Yes, I am.
I'm gonna tell you this real quick though. If you thought I forgot.
What's that?
After reading all that bio, I remember what you said yesterday. Fuck all. Hey, coming to the podcast now is Beyonce. I don't forget that shit.
Thank you.
So Brie, I want to just say thank you for coming on. This conversation will be had all year round, and as long as the corner's around, we will always have this conversation. So this officially is your corner. So welcome.
Woo-hoo, thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
So let's just talk to me. Let's have a conversation. I don't want to interview. I want to interview you. I want to just have a conversation. What even made you get into your career?
Oh, it started, I would say probably in high school. So in high school, that's a time when everybody's trying to figure out who they are and having, different relationship problems and family problems. And most of the time people would come to me. And more often they would kind of express things that were going on, and I would give them the best advice that I had, and they would always come back and be like, you're such a sound mind, and you're so helpful and easy to talk to. And I guess that just stuck with me. And so when I finished high school, I thought about going into counseling. And then I kind of just stayed along that track. It went from counseling to something broader like social work, which is more of my experience is as a social worker. But then as I got into social work, after I got my master's degree, I followed the clinical track and decided to get my my license. And then once I got my license and really started to work with children in foster care, it just was like, this is exactly what I want to do.
I have a question.
Yes.
All that master degree shit.
This man.
That's just cool. That's just cool, right?
Who says master's degree and that shit's cool in the same?
Look, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. You're from Chicago, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I grew up in Virginia, but I'm from Chicago. Yes.
So I was going to ask, the most important thing is, if you're from Chicago, what high school did you go to?
I didn't go to high school. Yes.
See, okay. Damn, that just killed my whole shit.
Well, what were you going to say? Maybe.
Well, no. Because most importantly, it's the degrees and everything that we achieve in our lives, right? That's cool. But most importantly. Yeah, and I have one dirtbag. Yeah. You gotta pump your brakes.
This is news to me.
No, don't stop. Don't see. This boy is so disrespectful today. Most importantly,
what is it in? What
criminal justice? Right. Yeah, don't do that. Right. Yeah, relax. Sorry.
Come on, y'all.
Most importantly, people love their high schools, right? Regardless of what degree they have and how far you go with anything, PhDs, masters, anything, they will hold down their high school. And I just thought maybe, you went here, but I guess not. Shout out to Virginia, though.
So we've been talking mental health in a lot of different ways, but none of us are professionals. All of us are complete, probably traumatized human beings who really need deep work that we're not doing yet. And this is kind of our first step in that direction, I think. But what would you say? Obviously, there's a myriad of issues. What would you say that is kind of like really prominent, and that you feel like if there was a lot more support around what particular issue, that we could actually make change in that area? Like, what specific areas of the mental health sphere should people really focus on and put a lot of energy in?
I mean, I think just as we're doing today, just mental health in itself, how it impacts our day-to-day lives, and how we should be able to have the resources we need as we are dealing with traumatic experiences as people of color. So I would say, it really just is increasing awareness around the topic and being able to have open conversations about our feelings, how we grew up, things that we thought they were right, things that we thought that were true, and then maybe later on found out that they were very harmful. And being able to have, a place where you feel safe and comfortable to express those things.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's very important to have a foundation on that. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is serious for everybody, all races, creeds, colors, what the fuck ever. But we're gonna talk about Black people specifically, all right? There's always been a stigma about, in our community about people with mental health, all right? So how we go about normalizing and prioritizing taking care of that issue, that situation with people of all ages, from the kids to the teens to the adults?
Yeah, I would say, and more often I would say I'm exposed to the children because I work with adolescents. But I would say, at a very young age, there is this idea often in the Black community where children are seen and not heard. And starting with that, it's like we don't embrace our emotional being from the moment we're born. It really is that we embrace this whole functional being of you have to survive. And to be able to talk about if, something happened that hurt you, or something happened that bothered you, or just to be able to express that you're angry to your parents was defiant.
Right.
And I think, more often in the Black communities, we see this very harsh punishment type of expression of emotion. It's not to where it's very soft and safe. It really is where it's really criticized and judged if you're talking about anything that is emotionally distressing. or emotionally empowering for that fact. You know, it's just really being able to express ourselves. Sometimes in the Black community, and definitely in the Black household, it's just demonized sometimes. And unfortunately, you know, kids have feelings, thoughts, and they take on and see way more than we ever think and know. And, you know, just with some of the stories I've heard and experienced, that has been probably one of the most detrimental things that I would say has happened. Because then we get out into the world and we start building relationships, and we don't often learn it's flawed until we start to build beyond what we know growing up. And then we're stuck, right? And at that point in time, you know, it's harder because the brain has already started to develop and started to make these different experiences. And, you know, at that point in time, you know, mental health is important, but it's very difficult to really embrace the change aspect of it, because it really is, now you have the weight of all these things that you thought were right and true, and trying to open up and express those things and learn new things. Right. And we know it's like learning a language at 40. It's very difficult. Yeah. It's just, yeah.
You know what, to your point though, and I think, so in that same vein, right? So okay, you have these traumatizing kind of built-in cultural, you know, issues about emotional learning and things like that as a child. Then you become an adult and you become aware and you go to therapy, and then you find out, oh shit, the person I love the most is the person that traumatized me the most, right? Like that. And we know that in the Black community, we are very loyal, especially almost in some cases to those that do us the most dirty, right? So I think that that's a difficult part of the conversation is, how do I still show love and still, you know, really, really accept that you may not have known better, or you may have been doing your best at the time. Like you said, you may have just been trying to survive, right? You didn't have the resources available to you. You couldn't provide that to me, right? But when you're the adult and you're having that conversation, like, I think it's great you work with kids because they get somebody else to ask them those questions. Right. But with adults, and we're the ones who are going to then perpetuate that same trauma in some cases, it's very difficult to say, man, I love you, but you fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? And you fucked me up in this very specific way. And I don't want you, my very loved one, to feel bad, because I do love you. I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you, right? But you fucked me up in this particular way. It's a very difficult conversation for adults. And like you said, if you're successful and you're doing well, most people be like, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm going to just brush that off to the side. I'm out here killing it, right? We use the other thing of, well, I made it through that, right? I'm the strongest, coldest dude out here. Got it from the mud. So yeah, I guess what I was asking really is like, so what's the conversation with you when you talk about to adults about what's going on with some of the young people that you're working with? Because I assume somewhere in there, you also have to talk to their parents and their family, etc.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a long ass question.
I was this close to just jabbing you, bro.
You know, it really starts with being in a place where you are non-judgmental and really there as being an advocate, and allowing people to listen, and then also allowing people to be heard, which are two very important aspects. And I think the biggest thing is, I always say, you know, well, what is it that you would like? And how did that make you feel? And those two questions go a long way. And it's kind of allows you to kind of reflect, because a lot of times we do a lot of reaction, not a lot of reflection. So it really allows you to reflect, like, okay, what is it that I want, you know? And what is most important to me? And how do I want this person to feel when they're around me? And if someone is saying that they don't feel safe, or somebody is saying that they're feeling hurt, or, you know, or distress, it's very important to have that open place to be able to say that. I think a lot of times we see the behaviors, we see the behaviors all the time, but it's putting those into words is what I try to help people do, and guide that process.
That's dope. I got a question. As a therapist, who do you go to for therapy? Like, is it always
words out my mouth, bro?
You know what I mean? Like, are you always assessing? You know what I mean? Like, right.
Always.
Always, right? So living in that space, What do you do to release that? Because this is what you do daily.
Yeah, I mean, as a professional, it's always recommended that therapists have therapists, okay? So we have clinical supervision, we have consultation. So I have that on the professional side. But I have to be honest, the professional side of me and the personal side of me is very different for those who know me. And so I think the best thing I do is I do try to separate the two. I do, when I am being very personal with myself, it is a very clear boundary that I'm not trying to be professional. I am enjoying life. I am saying what I want to say. I am doing what I want to do. I'm fully embracing the moment. I like to shop. I like to exercise. I know what is important. And so I try to utilize those things for me, but I also have grace with myself. I know that I'm human. So I can be a professional all day, but I don't have the answers to life. And so I also acknowledge that I'm a forever student. So I'm always learning.
Nice.
I'm learning with my clients. My clients are learning from me. I'm learning from the world. So it's just really just taking those moments to embrace who I am, taking those breaks when I need to take a break, and loving myself through it all. That's it.
That's dope.
You know what? It always blows my mind that therapists have therapists, but I've heard you say shop twice. Look here. Retail therapy can't be that fucking good. It can't be that fucking good.
I disagree.
Man,
as a freshly styled first-time shopper, that shit felt great, and I feel great about myself right now.
You're good too, brother. This form of therapy, though, is putting a hole in your pocket.
Hey, fuck that hole.
I think you have to.
Real therapy, definitely.
I'm not saying that be financially irresponsible, okay? But in my budget, because this thing is important to me, I have money allocated to be able to buy some of the things that make me feel good, and that's just what it's gonna be.
And you know what though? For years in our community, my bad, bro. It's a quick question. We devalue people that were suffering or going through or dealing with mental health issues. There seems to be an uptick in people accepting that, hey, I'm not okay right now, and people accepting them. What do you think has led to that trend?
I think it really is I think just awareness of it, and some of the stigma has been taken off just because it's been almost, I want to say for me, it really has been this educational piece. I think that as people of color get more knowledge, we feel more enlightened, and we want that power back, right? So we feel like some of that power has been taken from us because we have not been able to talk about some of these things. And so now that some of it is catchy, as far as through social media and things like that. And not to say, that is what it is. But I think at the same time, it really is about knowledge. And then, once it starts to make sense, I think the biggest thing is when you get in front of a therapist or you may be reading a journal and you're like, that makes sense. Oh yeah, wow. And the light bulb goes off. And then it's like, now I feel better, right? And then it all, and I think a lot of that is what's happening. The education is out there, like words like depression and autism and bipolar, all of those words are now out there, and we're able to put faces like mine to them, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's not Uncle Ray in the basement who's getting a check, it's not just that.
Yo. So what's interesting about what you just said is like when you think about social media and how it affects, we talk, there's a lot of research out there, obviously, about how social media creates these constructs of beauty that don't exist and cause certain levels of anxiety or whatever. But there's also, I remember when it went from you taking pictures of yourself all the time to these random inspirational quotes like, you are all you need in the world. Like it got to a point where like sometimes like, God damn it, I don't need inspiration on Instagram all motherfucking day. Like I want to see some, never mind. Tribal dance.
It started in Africa.
But I think that the pervasiveness of it is that too. I think that young people, to your point, really, really do enjoy feeling good. I mean, I teach high school, and one thing that I've been more than, like you said, light bulb went off for me. These kids are truly, truly accepting of all kinds, always. Right. They do not have the same level of built-in kind of generational, anger towards people who are lesbian or gay or black. I mean, they don't care. They really do feel like they want everybody to win. They also just want to make sure that they are relevant. Right.
Absolutely.
And so it's like, I think social media has that tilt. You know what I'm talking about? I was going to ask you this, though, to slightly step off of the mental health tip. What's your favorite thing about Chicago?
I would say the food.
Oh, my mama.
Name, okay, top two restaurant, top three, because it's hard to say which one is the best.
Here you go.
Give me one bougie, one hood, and one dive.
Oh my God.
That's even harder. But
yeah.
Okay.
And don't say no motherfucking Harold's. We ain't.
I can't say
tell her what to say. You stop traumatizing this woman on her restaurant choices, man.
God. I can't say Harold's. What's wrong with Harold's?
You can say whatever you want.
Don't be proud like that. No, come on now.
Really. So yeah, I would say Harold's. As far as
thank you.
I take back every compliment I've ever given you now.
I know there's so much good. What's wrong with Harold's?
He said one hood.
You did know.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. A good question. Yeah, which Harold's is a real question though. That's
definitely
that's very Chicago.
You guys are really making this hard for me.
That's a real question.
We're talking about mental health.
We can't hear what she's saying.
I thought we were talking about mental health. Now it's okay.
Comfort food. People eat when they're distressed.
Hey, good save.
Nice connection.
He shoots. He scores.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
The level of petty.
I was just asking for your top 3 favorite restaurants in the city.
I
don't care if they hood or bougie. I don't care about all that.
Okay. You know what? I'm kind of simple, to be honest. Probably because everything else is so complicated. But I like, what's that pizza place? Illuminati's Pizza. I'm a big pizza.
Fuck with Illuminati's.
Pizza. Yep. I like the Cheesecake Factory because I love cheesecake. Okay. And then I like fries with mild sauce. So that's my thing. I love fries.
Did you just say fries with mild sauce? Yeah. That's not even a restaurant. That's
very
an order.
That's very specific.
Hey, you are more Chicago than half the people I know. She told us some fries with mild sauce.
Fries with mild sauce.
Brie, I just want you to know that you just got interviewed and you don't even know it.
Oh, really?
You don't even know it. It's crazy.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think about that till now.
Yeah.
But you're right. I just got the secret sauce of where to take you out.
What does your shirt say? It's got to say something.
Breaking generational.
It says breaking generational curses starts with me.
Oh my mom, don't shade it, dude. There you go. I knew it was gonna be something dope.
What else do I have for you? So how many? Okay, you have children. How many children do you have?
3 boys.
How old?
My oldest will be 18 this year. My middle son is 14, and then the youngest is 8.
Don't look like it do it.
No. The reason I asked, right, because I want to talk to you about me as a father and dealing with a 18-year-old daughter and a 19-year-old daughter.
Oh wow!
For me, I am traumatized. Let me be very fucking clear, right? And I don't know how to deal with it. So, from you, how do you deal with your boys who are preteen? Teenager and now going into adulthood, because there's some things that I just don't understand, and I don't remember being that kind of stupid.
Because you was doing it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You said that kind of stupid. Don't call your daughter stupid on camera, man. That's traumatizing.
She doesn't watch the show. She does. She knows she's stupid. She knows some stupid shit. It's real shit. It's fine.
That's fine. If you're doing stupid shit, then I don't. You're not human.
Stupid shit.
Stupid shit.
She do stupid shit.
Learn from it. Learn from the stupid shit. It's just not continuing to do the stupid shit.
And that's a problem that I have, because one of them continuously makes the same mistakes. She is a habitual offender of the same thing.
Habitual.
I don't get it. You're not learning.
It's called teenager.
But is that an excuse? I hate that.
Excuse. It's
you know what, to be honest, I don't want to say it's an excuse, but it is important for you to understand your child. I tell parents this all the time. Like, we like to think that we have all this power and control over our children, but really they are their own people. They only thing we can do is support, protect, and guide. At the end of the day, they are going to make their own decisions. They come with their own genetic code. And so we have to get to know them. And I think that's the biggest thing. Get to know them outside of us.
Okay.
Hardest thing you'll ever do. But it really is just to be able to sit and listen and, be that fly on the wall sometimes And, you know, I think that will give you more tools than trying to see through this constant parenting lens, especially at the ages your children are. And not to get into neuroscience, but the brain is not even fully developed until 25.
Right, talking my shit now. We talking neuroscience. Oh, we in the game.
Fries, mild sauce.
And, you know, at the age where they are right now, it's you know, they're very egocentric. It is all about themselves.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So again, so if you start to view things through that lens, understanding where they are as far as in development, I think a lot of times kids are forced to grow up way too fast. Don't get me on that tangent. And we have to embrace where they are developmentally and emotionally before we start to inflict or impose all of these values and expectations. Because, you know, that part of who they are and how they view the world is really plays a big factor in where they are developmentally and emotionally. So I think a lot of times parents, we have to remember that. That's all I can say.
I think the greatest meme that I saw in reference to dealing with teenagers, it said, it's fucked up when you're trying to beat the you out of your child.
Exactly.
Right.
But see,
and that's a real thing.
But that's her point, though. One of her points is
get to know your kid outside of yourself.
Her point about the parental lens is that a lot of times your frustrations with your children come from the fact that they are not doing the thing that you wanted to do at their age, right? That they're not living the life that you want, that you feel like you set up for them. I did these things so that you could do that thing, and you're not doing that thing, which is frustrating me, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
you know what I also want to take a note, because what I've been seeing more often is that a lot of times with African Americans, we grew up in this very heightened sense of survival mode. And then we put our kids in a position to where they don't have to be in survival mode, and then still want them to be in survival mode. It's just like you did all of these things.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But you got to know that the man gonna
but you're supposed to not let nobody, and it's just like, like that was the whole point of you working so hard, is so you can put them in the position to where they don't have to be in survival mode. Now they should be aware and they should know how to respond appropriately. But all of that heightened sense of tense like that is just dysfunctional. We don't want to continue, you know, that we don't want to continue that. And so we have to be mindful of that when we're, really imposing these very strict heightened values of how tough the world is. And it's just like, okay, you know, there is this part of the world that's beautiful too, you know, so let's also allow kids to enjoy that space.
Well, while I got you here, I mean, this is what the platform is for, and I found myself taking a step back.
Are you trying to get free fucking therapy as a guest on the show?
Yeah,
is that what you're fucking doing?
No, because before she goes, I was going to tell her that we are her clients. Let's be clear, we are, whether you like it or not.
Well, I stay in my bag, so
I don't want to be your client.
For sure,
it's a different word for what I want to be. I don't want to be your client.
So again, am I wrong as a father? Yeah, you're a dirtbag.
No, I'm not.
Am I wrong as a father for taking a step back and saying, you know what? You want to do these things that I don't agree with? You're causing me emotional trauma. Like, I've cried about this shit.
Parent, though, bro.
And am I allowed to step back? I guess is my question.
I think framing it that way sounds a little harsh.
Okay.
But that's how real it is.
Done with you if you're not doing what I want you to do. I think the idea is that you're going to have to experience life the way you want to experience life, and I'm here to love you and support you through that. But this is your journey, not mine. You know, and just keeping that unconditional positive regard.
Right.
That warm, positive feeling of you can still do wrong and I am still your father, because that is what's going to go a long way, you know, and that's what's going to keep her out of the hands of some of these other people that's around here that don't mean no good for her. It's knowing that at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to mess up, but my daddy's always going to love me. I think more often what I see with, especially Black women is, you know, sometimes they're shunned upon. And they feel like they don't have this unconditional love, and they have to fit all of these modes, and
that's interesting.
You know, all of these things.
I appreciate that. That was
the
real.
important thing is to.
Sorry, I don't know. Somebody just walked.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Quick flip on that same question, though. Quick flip on that same question. So you have sons,
Yes.
and as a Black woman, obviously, who's dealt with whatever, man, who cares what race they are, but So what is like the most important value that you want to instill in your sons about how to treat women? Like what's super important when you see it that you know it's gonna be like, oh, my son really gets it?
I would say respect. Respect is
that's what my mama said.
Respect and love. You know, I think respect and love. You know, I think those are two big things. Respect goes a long way. And I think that, you know, as they're getting out there and dealing with, you know, different women, I still want every woman that they encounter to feel like they were respected. You don't have to get along, you don't have to fall in love with them, you don't have to be with them. But what I want them to tell me is that you did respect them even in the times when it was hard. And that's just how you would want somebody to treat your mother, I say.
Yeah.
So I expect you to do the same.
You know what? I feel Amon's story. That's great advice to him. But you know what helped me kind of fall back earlier? And you know Killer, you know Cam, you know, lots of personality, that's your guy.
Yeah.
What he deals with helped me fall back earlier and say, hey man, you know what? I can't be the parent my parent was to me. I got to be a completely different parent. And because he's not considered mainstream, I didn't have to go through what McKinney may have to go through eventually one day, what Amon has to go through, what you went through, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to take that generation, this generation of kids growing up to finally break that cycle of parenting where we want our kids to be what we want them to be, you know what I'm saying? Because they free now. We weren't free enough. They had more freedom than we thought, but we weren't free enough. They got the freedom to, when they grow up, they cannot parent. They're going to parent differently than what we parented. And I think that's big in the future moving forward for our culture and our community.
Yeah, facts, man. You know
what?
what?
I try to drop some science on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping jewels on here, but
no, that's a great point. And I would definitely say, you know, a lot of the young teenagers that I come across that are in my sessions, a lot of their parents are having them come into counseling. And I'm just like, the kid is fine. It's the parent. You need to come in. You know what I'm saying? The kid is liberated.
It's fine.
That's
fine.
You're the problem.
She is self-assured. She is, you know, self-aware. And she is fine. She is liberated.
I swear.
You are trying to put her into this mode of how you grew up, and that is the problem. And you're
causing
causing her to have anxiety and causing yourself to have even more by forcing her to be something that she's not, you know?
The hardest thing I've ever had to do was sit at a parent-teacher conference with a parent that I knew was not doing a great job as a parent, but of a student who was genius and brilliant and knew that the parent was not doing a great job as a parent and knew that I knew that the parent was not doing a great job as a parent, but you're still the parent. And I still have to actually honor your decisions, your choices, but I have to have this conversation the way where I'm coaching you to the right decision, because I'm not going to, you know, devalue you in front of your child, right? Like I've told that same student, this particular person I'm thinking in my mind, I told her straight up, I don't care what happens. You always love your mama. Ain't nothing about your mama that you should ever not love. She's going to make, if she makes more mistakes than somebody else's mama, that's just what it is, but it's still your mama. It's the only one you got. You do know the difference between where the good advice and the bad advice is. So make sure that you follow that. And if you're not sure, reach out to me, reach out to somebody else. But that's a huge thing in this therapy conversation, is that we have so much loyalty. And I think that people assume that if you identify, oh, well, you and my family and you did some fucked up shit, that I have to be disloyal to you. All the love I have for you now has to go away. You don't have to pick and choose. You can do both.
Absolutely. I always say that. I said, you know, some of the culture that I see, you know, when we're talking about the memes and things on social media, it's just quick cut off toxic people, that stuff. And that stuff just drives me crazy.
Toxic positivity. Like,
right. And you know, because again, we're all toxic in some kind of way. And I think that it really is about
yeah. I'm
tolerable in a sense,
I'm not
and
toxic.
learning how to work through conflict and learning to have these hard conversations and learning to have this increased awareness about what is good for you and what is not, and allowing a space to where you create healthy boundaries. And healthy boundaries doesn't mean you don't have to talk to the person again. It's just, maybe it's be a hi and bye, or just a casual conversation. You know, it doesn't have to be to where everybody belongs to being your intimate self, right? I always say, you know, value your intimate self, and not everybody deserves that part of you. But it doesn't mean that you have to your presence has to be dismissed just because you don't agree or someone is different.
You know what, Brie, you have opened up my eyes today. I am going to call my daughter and have a conversation. I am. And I'm almost in tears right now, because you just had me look at things from a different perspective.
I mean,
and I appreciate you for that.
And not even on no shine shit, but like legit. When we talked about it the first time, that was the first thing I said, was like, bro, you have to stay available and talk to her. Man. Like at the end of the day, that's all she expects.
Stay available. I'm telling you, stay available. Because you never know when again, life is a journey. And so you never know that.
I really dislike her. Like I really,
and that's okay. You should, you know, it's
that is a real thing. It's okay.
You know,
it's okay.
Right? Sometimes we just like ourselves. So I think again, it's okay, and you can be honest about that. Parenting is not this walk in the park. It really is to where you see parts of yourself you don't like in your kids, and then you say you don't like them. But I think the idea really is about continuing to be open and available, because that one protective factor is so tremendous when we're talking about longevity of life and good choices and just positive outcomes. You know, a lot of times when I see the kids who have experienced trauma, it's the fact that they don't have positive supportive factors. They don't have men they can go talk to. They don't have positive leaders. They don't have these safe places where people are telling them that they're loved and encouraging them. And that is where you see, you know, they don't fully recover.
Bad decisions, right?
Absolutely. And they continue to make those bad decisions. So I think you know, to what you were saying and in the beginning about the degrees, I think the degrees are great, but sometimes I'm just there. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do all this testing and all of that. And that's great. Sometimes it's just seeing another African-American woman that is here, that hears my struggle and cares about me. And that's it.
I'm in love. How's the rest of that song go?
I feel about you.
I'm in love.
Right.
There you go. It ain't no doubt about it.
I'm in love.
Oh, we gonna harmonize. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You gotta go with clowning, Brie, man. You know what I'm saying? I think anybody got anything else?
No, I mean, I was just gonna say on some real shit, like one thing that we always do on this show, and we're very particular about it.
You would say something else.
Yes, nigga, you asked me. How you gonna ask me and then tell me not to say something? But I will say one thing we really are intentional about on this show is giving people flowers while they're here.
Absolutely.
And just off top, like just this interview, just the work that you do that we don't know nothing about. You're amazing. You're dope. This has nothing to do with all my side agenda, but like legit, though, legit. You're solid.
He shoots. He scores.
Well, come on, man.
He shoots. He scores.
Sorry. I had to. I mean,
no, you didn't.
I kind of did though.
See that?
Was that toxic?
Yes.
A little bit. Thank you. Fuck it. At least I'm real.
You're amazing. You do great work. We're very happy for everything that you have impacted in the community. And if there's nobody ever says it, you're the dopest motherfucker that we ever met.
I totally agree.
I approve this message.
Thank you for your time today, bro. We appreciate you all. We know you got stuff to do to get up out of here. You ain't got to sit here and you know, bless us with your presence forever. You know what I'm saying? But thanks again from the corner.
From the corner, this is your corner. Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate you guys. And remember, you guys have the same power I got, you know, so each one teach one. So hopefully you can take something that you know, I express to you guys and take it and continue on at the same message, you know.
Do you want to give your information out for people to reach out? Okay. I feel you. Booked and busy. Booked and fucking busy. Booked and busy. Don't worry about it, man. I'm going to hit the email up that don't work. I feel you.
Oh, coming for your Hotmail heavy, though. That's coming for your Hotmail account.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Nah, Brie is cool as shit, man. She just kind of set the record straight for me. I don't know if I'll make that call, but I'm definitely thinking about it now. I'm thinking about it now.
You're making that call.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm making that call.
Go ahead.
If you don't feel like doing it now, Joe, just make sure when you do it, you in the right frame of mind, you're in the right space, bro.
That's
go ahead.
That's a very good point.
Do it at your time.
That's a very
because to do it just because you want to be doing it,
that's a good
point. It won't.
It ain't gonna, it's not gonna work.
You gotta. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not toxic, y'all. I don't care what she said.
Hey, man, you brothers are dope, man. Damn, Brie, she just goddamn like
she did. I don't really want to talk about shit. I think it's time to go.
If you met her in person, bro, you'll be even more made, bro. She cool as fuck. She cool as fuck, bro.
Yeah, damn.
Recorded.
All right, man. That's interesting. So let me just do this before we got here. Have the leadership roles changed in relationships?
I never believed that leadership roles were necessary. I do know that in the earlier parts of, society, women weren't given opportunities to even have jobs. So the idea that the man is supposed to lead comes from the fact that the woman ain't got no other option, right? And we can be honest, the church plays a heavy role in this idea that the man is the king of the castle, and not just the church, other cultures as well, right? But there absolutely it just makes no sense to me that in 2021, I'm supposed to tell a woman what to do. And to be honest, if you're the type of woman that wants that, that's cool. And as long as you communicate that, like, I had a woman tell me that I want you to lead me. And I realized that I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with telling you, hey, we going over here. Hey, pack your shit. Hey, we doing this. Hey, I ordered this for you. I'm not comfortable with that. So if that's the type of man you want, then that's cool. I'm just not that guy. I want the partner. I want the thought partner. I want to ask you what you want. And then I want to figure out a creative way to give it to you. Or I want to find a way to give it to you the way you like. I want a partner. I want somebody I can really, really, really exchange. I don't want to make decisions alone, dog. And I think that the man leadership thing had a necessity because of opportunity at a point, but it's clearly fucking gone now, man. Like, that's not a thing anymore. And as we just said, women run this bitch. So like, what I look like telling a woman who's running the motherfucking world, hey, come on, we going over here. Are you serious? Nah, I think the leadership roles have changed. I'm not about that shit. I want a partner, and that's just me.
Look here, man. It's an old running joke. We all know it. When the kids come to the father and be like, hey, can I do such and such and such and such? What the fuck do you say?
Ask your mama.
Go ask your mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? They've been saying that for fucking years, bro. For fucking years. So, but since we started talking about this on the podcast, I've always been pro teammates. Get you a teammate. Somebody's gonna win with you, because a relationship is just not one thing. A relationship consists of several different compartments and aspects, bro. Because, and like we discussed before on the podcast, where I may not be good at certain things, she may be great at certain things. Why not let her lead in that?
For sure.
I may be better at certain things
than what she is. Balance.
Then why not let me lead at that? You know what I'm saying? So to say one leader, how about this? I liken it kind of to the president of the United States. He don't really run.
He got a whole cabinet. He got the director of foreign affairs, secretary of defense.
When people look at the country, they say, oh, that's the president. But guess what? It's so many things working behind the scenes and things that he may not be good at, great at. He's just a fucking face. The man probably is looked at as just the face of the relationship. It seems to be.
And not anymore. Not anymore.
So it's like, hey, you want to blame somebody, blame the man for it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just a teammate. So leadership roles were never really a thing to me. A leader, it was never really a thing to me. Because I watched my mom and dad growing up, and it was always go ask Sheila.
Right.
Go ask Sheila, you know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody was good at punishment, somebody was good at everything else, dog. And that was that.
But like what's interesting, right? So like, but at the same time, there's this. There's also the fact that there is a serious affection and love that comes from giving someone that power. Right. So like last night when we was leaving Haven Creek, right? And John popped up and he was like, it's time to go, Sharon. Right. He didn't grab her by the elbow and drag her out. Right. Mm-hmm. He just said, hey, Sharon, it's time to go. Now, and what did she say in response? She was like, okay, it's time for me to go. So there is something about trusting someone else with a decision that pertains to you. And I do think, I'm not a woman, but I do think that some women struggle with that. That if somebody says, hey, I think it's time that we go, or I think it's time that we do this, they feel like, well, you can't tell me what I want to do.
You got to package that message differently, though. Are you ready to leave?
I think you have to already have that established trust. Exactly. I think that there has to be an established trust that's been communicated, that like, hey, listen, I trust you enough that if you tell me it's time to go, then I know it's time to go, right? But that has to be a conversation. I think that when we talk about this, the man is supposed to lead shit. It's just like on the front of the conversation. Like nobody's going to talk about what that looks like, what that means. It's just, no, the man's supposed to lead. You supposed to buy all the dinner. You supposed to do all the shit. Like there's got to be a more detailed, nuanced understanding between us as people. Cause I ain't every man. God damn it. Yeah. I'm every woman.
Today music day, bro. No, I'm saying you stupid, dog. So you know what it's called?
It's raining man face ass.
Boys to me this shit.
No, but you know what it's called, fame, though? A lot of times the messenger is important. And the messenger for this hot, trendy, whatever, was Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. People look at Dwayne Wade a different way now. You know what I'm saying? Look at him a different way. So he said, hey, men don't have to lead, or leadership roles are different now. People was like, oh, that's because you like to get it in the ass. Oh, that's because you like this, and that. I mean,
you like to show your ankles.
I am telling you what people were saying.
Yeah, no,
you know
I heard.
And they looked at it different because of the messenger.
How can you tell a woman who has her own, right? You know, got her own. You can't tell her shit, right?
You're not supposed to.
You're supposed to find pockets where, okay, I'm good at this. I'll take the role on this. You're good at this. I'll take the role on that. And then for me, and collectively, there are some decisions that I'm not going to make without you, right? But I think we're talking about a very traditional sense of I lead. Me mad. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, that shit is over. That shit's corny.
At the end of the day, like you said about the idea of skill sets, man, when I say a partner, so we're all trying, every human being, I assume, is trying to do the most that they can do with the one life that they have, right? Like every last one of us wants to own a whole city, an island. Like we all have aspirations and goals, right? What happens is you come to a point where it's physically impossible to do everything necessary to get that done, right? Simple example. I had a girlfriend that once worked at a cell phone company.
You had a girlfriend?
Oh, like you want this smoke, bro.
I'm asking, bro. I'm asking. Like you're the man that doesn't really have a girlfriend.
What? Come on, you're not gonna stop. Shut up.
I'm not gonna say anything on the podcast.
So point is, had a girlfriend.
All right. I'm on bullshit. I'm on bullshit. It's just comedy. I'm funny.
She worked at a cell phone company, right?
AT&T?
Nigga.
I'm on bullshit. Let's go.
Clearly.
Sprint.
Had a girlfriend, right? Oh, she worked at a cell phone company. And so because we were together and I needed a new cell phone, she was like, babe, I got you. I get the hookup. I get the new joints, whatever. Hook me up. Got me, right? I'm having problems with like the customer service at the time, right? And I hate that shit. I hate calling someone to tell them that the shit that I pay for is broken. Like, I don't even understand.
Why?
I don't even understand the concept, bro. Like, why should I have to call you, nigga? You should know my shit is broken because I'm paying your motherfucking ass.
Why do they know your phone is broke? Why do they know your phone is broke, bro?
I call you to tell you that my shit is broken.
What type of white privilege shit is that, though?
Point is, shut up. Point is, she loved that shit. She couldn't wait to get on the phone with a motherfucker like, oh no, I need to speak to all the supervisors ASAP. So you're saying that? I mean, she was, bro, an hour and a half in, I'd be sitting over in the corner watching ESPN, loving it, getting my whole shit fixed. So what I'm saying is like, I know I don't like that lane, right? I know you like that lane. If we show up at the restaurant last night, we went, got the table, right? And when we pulled up, they was like, man, Joe, your table was supposed to be on the second floor, but we ain't got it no more. It's on the first floor. So we can give you a table on the first floor, or you can just not have shit.
You can give my shit
right?
for
And what I'm saying is, it was me, my brother, and Bird, right? It's just my homies, and we was all like, "Fuck that, give us the table on the first floor," right? But it was another lady who was right with us at the same time, whose table also got moved from the second floor to the first floor. She was not having that shit.
I'm with her.
Jasmine, I know your name. Jasmine
Miss
was not
Angelic.
having that shit, bro. Jasmine was not having that shit, bro. She came to our table and was like, nah, they got us fucked up. They trying to get us on the first floor, move out the way. And then you know what happened 5 minutes later? They got their table upstairs, right? Yeah. So understand, man, understand that like, if it's a different situation, if somebody trying to play my girl or play any lady, you ain't even got to be my girl. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, accept that other people can be good. You know what I'm saying? And give them that power. But like I said, it's about the communication. Mm-hmm. I said to my girlfriend at that time with the cell phone, I hate talking to these motherfuckers, bro. Like, please talk to this person. And she was like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
This my shit.
Was that the flip phone at that time? How far back we going?
Joe.
It was actually it was the Nextel I-95.
Okay, there we go.
Yep,
you know,
with the
chirp.
And I had it 6 months before anybody else in Chicago.
So I'm just trying to get a timeline here and just figure out. Okay, all right.
So it's a case by case thing, though, man. It's always a case by case thing with each relationship, dog. So everybody gonna move differently. Period.
Facts.
All right, one bullshit question before we get out of here.
Lakers in 5.
For sure.
Literally your answer to every time you say some shit.
Would you rather have James Earl Jones or Arnold Schwarzenegger as your GPS voice?
James Earl fucking Jones, nigga. Like, obviously, come on, that's the worst choice option.
Give me Arnold, bro. You know
if
why?
you would have said James Earl Jones and the dude from the State Farm shit, who nobody knows his name.
I don't know his name either.
Nobody knows his name.
He was the worst dad in fucking Loving Basketball. No, Loving Basketball.
Yeah, Loving Basketball.
Yeah. And that nigga was trash.
Larry McCall.
Y'all still trying to traumatize him, bro. You know that movie is trash as fuck.
It's not. I love Loving Basketball.
How you parade a love story as a basketball movie, bro?
Because it is.
Basketball is love.
My prom date was a basketball player. She was amazing. I felt very deep when that movie came out.
Nobody in that movie could play basketball, dog.
Zero.
That ain't got shit to do with what we
I had to watch that shit.
Well, okay.
If you date any sister any sister that loves this movie, bro, you gonna watch this shit 17 times a year for no reason.
Yeah, especially if she's a hooper.
So it's not a man's dream to get a girl that plays ball?
No.
Really?
Plays with ball? Plays what?
Play ball.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. You know, you can play with balls later.
And ladies and gentlemen, that will be the last episode of the Corner Convo. We made an amazing show. Huge progress. And at the last statement, canceled. Way to go, guys.
That's all right, though, man.
Hey, man, we can get up out of here. Episode 49, right?
Get up out of here. Bro, we got 3 more episodes in 1 year. What are we going to do?
Oh, shit. It's going down. We're doing a meet and greet.
We doing the live?
Yeah, we can do it live.
All right.
We can do it live. And, you know, meet and greet, shake some hands, kiss some babies, you know?
Dude, on some real shit, though, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all hear me say this all the time. I'm so proud of you, dog.
Tell me again, man. I want to cry anyway. I want to cry anyway.
Real shit, though, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Like, there's no fucking way you would have told me last year when we first started having this conversation, dog, that we would be coming up on 1 year with no week off, bro. We have not taken a week off through COVID, through everything, buddy. Bro, you got the website up. Like, real shit, my nigga. I love you to death.
I like that.
Bro.
Shit feels good.
I'm super proud of you, man. I'm super proud of you, bro.
It's good for my mental health, for sure.
No, I'm just saying real talk, though. You deserve your flowers, too, my nigga. Like, you did this. This is all you, bro. Yeah. When you called me about this, I was like, man, fuck this shit, bro. I got way too many jobs.
I got more shit to do.
I can't be doing no weekly podcast with your ass. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Shit works, bro.
Shit works. Props is up, man. And shout out to all the subscribers. The audio when it goes up, man. Again, man, we 8K strong and growing. This shit is dope. This shit is real, man. Shout out to the compound today. Shout out to my favorite cousin in the world. She's more like a sister. I love you, Brandy.
Brandy Bell, yo, Brandy Bell. Wait, who's this artist, Brandy? The Cloud is Coming. What's the name of the artist? So
the Cloud. Yeah, I see the Cloud right there. Yeah, see.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so Brandy definitely, I need to get my little light skin ass out the way so y'all can see shit. But Brandy definitely gave us the shout out for the spot. Oh, peep the crown. Shut up.
Yeah.
You better not be on those shrooms with that shit, though. Done deal.
Yeah, man. So I guess we out of here? We good?
That's it, bro. That's it.
I'm about to go day party my life away.
I hope it rains.
If you're in the Chicago area,
I gotta go to work. Rain on all your dreams today.
Don't chase nobody.
It is real.
Don't chase nobody. Whatever you do, don't chase nobody.
Shout out to Mosi for the commentary
throughout the
show.
Absolutely. Hey, real talk though, we supposed to have my brother on today. We just didn't have an extra microphone. That's really the truth. Cause like I brought an extra microphone. We didn't have the cord. We didn't have the stand. But like my brother is definitely gonna be on the show, and this is one of the coldest, powerfulest motherfuckers on the planet. Yeah, give people they flowers. What's wrong with giving people they flowers? What's wrong with giving people they flowers, man? It's better than saying like you mediocre ass niggas is not on my level. You
decent. Yeah, man. So shout out to all of us subscribers, all the listeners. Yeah, like, subscribe, share. You know that typical shit. I guess that shit actually works. And man, this shit is moving.
We hear about progress.
This shit is moving. Yeah,
really good,
yeah.
We finna have so much more square footage. Brandy's my real estate like
guru.
It's going down. It's going down.
So we out of here, man.
You gonna do the temptation shit? Nigga, why you off the road? You on the road, man. Go this way.
We on the corner.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go
We on the corner.
Oh, you still go the wrong goddamn way.
Yeah.
I quit this
For
Oh, you gonna cut it off like that?
Yeah, no, we know.
Well, it's not for it. Yeah. That's the funniest part.
That for us out of here.
Yeah. I've been saying that shit.